So we pulled up anchor and we're heading south to Carriacou, which is only 6 miles away. On with us today is me, Kim, Sienna, and our crew member, Dawa.
Thank you, Union Island, for having us. Fantastic place.
Yeah,
what do you guys want to say?
Yeah, I love Happy Island. You liked Happy Island? Happy Island was nice.
Yeah, Happy Island and the kite surfers is a must-do. We went for a hike and that was beautiful. We also had a fantastic burger. Locals. Get a burger at Locals. We got some fruit at the fruit stand. All of that was good. People are great and it's just a fantastic stop. The reef all around you, it's beautiful. Thumbs up to Union Island. So this trip makes our first time going to like a new island. We've never been this south. In 2016, when we came to the Caribbean, crossed the Atlantic and came to the Caribbean, we went down as far as Union Island, didn't we? And then we went back up. Excuse me. So this will be new territory for us, and it's always exciting going to like a new island or going like stretching further south or further north. So really excited to be moving into new territory.
Yeah, visit, see what it's like. Switching the engine on.
So we've got 14 knots of wind. We're at 5.4 knots. Gonna get in an hour and 46 minutes. We've been sailing since November last year. It's June now, and we're in hurricane season officially. So we've had to think about what are we going to do. Are we going to stay in Grenada for hurricane season? Our two buddy boats, Rondo and Pura Vida, they've already headed down towards Trinidad. They're getting hauled out and they're going to America. They've got things they're going to do over hurricane season. We thought long and hard about it. We never know what we're going to do. So we've decided to book flights to America and the UK. So we're gonna bring our boat down to Trinidad and haul out for a couple months and go visit family. I think like one thing that's really hard for me, and I don't know how you feel, Simon, but I really miss my friends and family.
Yeah.
I mean, we are, living the life. It is great, and people do come out to visit us, but I have some nieces and nephews, and I have, some great friends that I miss, and even though we get to see them all the time on Facebook, it's not the same. So I'm really excited. What we're gonna do is we're gonna spend a few days in Carriacou, a few days in Grenada, head south to Trinidad, which kind of makes me nervous.
Yeah, because it's near Venezuela, but we've done some research and it seems to be okay.
Yeah, and both Rondo and Pura Vida are down there, and they said it's okay. So, so that should be cool. The plan is we're heading south now and we have a mission, which is different, other than just sail to the next country.
So the trip is only 6 miles, so we decided just to get the head sail out because it was nice, calm, easy, 10 to 15 knots. So we just had a nice, easy, chilled out sail.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because you can see where you're going, like Carriacou's right in front of you. So it was, it was relaxing.
Yeah, it was good.
And not far to go.
No. We've been sailing in the Caribbean for 2 seasons now, and this is the furthest south we've ever been. We had the yellow flag up, the Q flag, which tells you that we've not booked into the next country. We'd already booked out of Union Island, and we know that we can book in Terrell Bay and Carriacou, so that's where we anchored, and that's where I'm going to book us in.
The sail's going back in. We're pulling the fishing line in, and soon we're going into Terrell Bay.
Channel, so there's a reef here, and the ship channel. I'm going to try and anchor around in the middle here. It's a bit too shallow for us here, so I'm just trying to find out where I'm looking for and seeing those reefs. Really, that's what I'm looking for at the moment. So once we were anchored in Tyrrell Bay, I get in the dinghy and I go off to the customs office, customs and immigration office, which is in the small marina which is on the right hand side. Went in there, did all the paperwork and booked us in, paid our little dues that we pay when we go in, and they gave us a month's cruising license, so we're allowed to stay in Grenada with the boat for a month.
As soon as we booked in, there were some other boat kids around that came and picked up Sienna, so off she went. And Dawa took Sienna's job and raised the Grenada flag for us.
Yeah, well done, Dawa. Tyrrell Bay is a really favoured place because it's very sheltered, it's easy anchoring and great holding. There's also a lot of mooring balls there, and it seems like there's some boats there that have just been here for years and just haven't moved. So we anchored quite a way out, that's what we like to do, and it looks a great place.
The day after we got to Tyrrell Bay, we made arrangements to meet up with some other live-aboard boaty cruisers, and we all headed for the Lazy Turtle, which is a place that has a dock, so we could leave our dinghy there. And once we were at the Lazy Turtle, we waited for everybody to show up, and there was quite a few people that came, lots of kids, which is really great. And somebody downloaded a map from the Doyle. So there's the Doyle cruiser guides, which are really good to have while you're cruising in the Caribbean. Well, Doyle also has a website, and he's got some maps and stuff and suggested walks that you can take. So one of the cruisers had on their phone the directions.
Yeah.
So we kind of just went along for the ride, really.
I wasn't navigating.
No. When we got to the Lazy Turtle, it looked like a really cool place, so Simon and I thought, oh, this is definitely a good place for sundowners and maybe a meal to eat.
Yeah.
So we were eager to test out the restaurant, but first thing first, we have to go for the hike. We gotta work for it.
Yeah, work for our alcohol.
Yeah, and food.
Mm-hmm. So once everyone had arrived, we decided to go off and hike up the tallest mountain on Carriacou, which is 3 feet short of being a mountain.
And so it's not a mountain.
It's not a mountain, it was a hill.
It's 997
feet.
feet.
So apparently 1,000 feet is what they call a mountain in the Caribbean.
As we were walking, we passed a fruit stand, some new buildings that were being constructed, the beach, a supermarket, and then we carried on walking out of town and back up towards a hill.
We were taking our time and having a great time while we were walking along. We got lost a few times.
Cows in the path.
There's gonna be cows?
No cows. No cows. Until you get to the top left-hand corner where the path goes to a dense thicket with small pines. Alright, then it says if you take the right-hand side, you'll come to a small field with jumps to a ridge, and you can see your destination way above.
But it was definitely where the road split.
Yeah, this is the right, I'm sure this is the right.
Or is it over there? We found an old deserted little village, and we got lost, and then we found some locals and they pointed us in the right direction, and we had a great view at the top and had a little picnic.
Yeah, it was great. It was like a little mini adventure, and there were so many people around. We all like took turns talking to each other, and it's so calm. You know, we talk about, oh, the kids, you know, how's homeschooling going, or a new recipe that we found, or, you know, oh, did you see the weather? It's
the weather.
It's the
and the hurricanes.
It's always the weather.
Yeah.
But it's just so relaxing and nice to get out, get some fresh air, get some exercise, get off the boat, and just talk to people that are, you know, very similar to yourselves. After we took a good view of everything and had a snack, we decided it was time to head back down.
Yeah.
So we all just climbed down the mountain. It was much easier going down than going up.
So what we find in Tyrrell Bay, there is a really good supermarket which is well stocked, and I'm surprised on that side of Ireland how good that was. Also, there is an old marina where you can get hauled out, and then there is a new one which is looks really big. They're doing some good prices at the moment to get hauled out. What else we find there? Some lovely little restaurants and some bars on the front there.
There's like an artisan cafe which has some cool breakfast, and I think they have like one main meal a night, and you just have to find out what it is.
Yeah.
And then there's also in Tyrrell Bay, there's a cruiser's net.
Yeah.
So it's channel
69. It's
Channel
on.
69. It's in the morning, and the other cruisers will announce like specials going on, and locals will announce specials. So there was a barbecue chicken night, so we did that, and that was really awesome. And the small marina, or the older marina, has a little bar, and there's a really nice restaurant next to that. Overall, it's not like a village though. It's like a road that has a few kind of bars, the supermarket and the marinas, but it's really quiet, even in the height of the season. Like there's barely any cars that go through, is there?
No.
It's a really cool place.
Yeah, it's good. So watch us next when we travel down to Grenada and start to explore that island. Then after that, we're going to Trinidad. Oh, there were some stories in that one. So keep watching, give us some likes, follow us. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, we're leaving the anchorage now. Dower's pointing which direction I need to drive. So the wind has now got us. I'm going to engage the gear and drive us out. So no issues there. Bye Tyrrell Bay, thanks for having us.
Bye Tyrrell Bay, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us. So, big announcement, we are now offering week-long liveaboard experiences on Britican.
Which involves either singles or couples with kids to come on and live with us for a week and experience what it's like actually to be a liveaboard on a boat.
So it will be like what we do to maintain the boat, what sails we use, how do we reef, what it's like to sail at night, what it's like to check into a different country. And it could even be what it's like to sail for 2 days in a row non-stop.
Yep.
Remember to visit sailingbritican.com to find out more about our sailing guides, Britican Club, and learn about our week-long Britican liveaboard sailing experience offering.